All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are digging into a company that's really making some waves. We're talking about EPACK Prefab Technologies. Now, they're pretty new to the public markets, but they're already shaking up the massive construction industry in a big way. Their first half results just dropped, and wow, the numbers are impressive. So let's break down how exactly they're building the future faster.
Okay, let's just jump right in. Right out of the gate, EPACK hits us with a 36% year-on-year revenue growth for the first half. I mean, think about that. For a company that just went public, that is a massive signal to the market. It really sets an incredibly high bar for what's to come.
And if you thought that was good, check this out. Their profitability was even stronger. We're talking a 46% jump in EBITDA. Now, that's basically a key measure of a company's pure, raw operating performance. So, this isn't just growth for the sake of growth. This is high-quality, profitable growth, which, of course, begs the question, how are they doing it? What's the secret here? So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at that stellar H1 performance. Then, we'll get into what they call their secret sauce, their speed advantage. After that, we'll check out their blueprint for future growth, how they're capturing this huge prefab market, and finally, we'll wrap up with the key takeaways you need to know.
All right, let's dig into that performance. You see, those big numbers we just saw, they're not some fluke, not a flash in the pan. They are built on a seriously solid foundation. We're talking a huge backlog of orders that shows just how strong the demand is, and a team that, well, they just know how to get the job done.
And this order book, it really tells the story. Look at this. They're sitting on 920 crore rupees in orders. And they just added another 650 crores in this half alone. What that means is they have a super clear runway of revenue for the next, say, 7 to 8 months. In this kind of project-based business, that level of visibility, it's a massive, massive advantage.
Okay, but growth like this doesn't just happen. It's not an accident. Throughout the call, management kept coming back to one thing, their core competitive advantage, their secret sauce, if you will. And it's what's helping them win deal after deal and, frankly, leave their competitors in the dust.
And here it is, straight from the horse's mouth. We have disrupted the entire prefab industry by the speed of construction and by the speed of delivery. I mean, that is a bold, bold claim. They are basically betting the whole company on being faster than everyone else. In an industry where time is literally money, this speed, it's their superpower. It's what keeps customers coming back.
So you're probably wondering, how do they actually pull this off? Well, it's not just one magic bullet. It's this powerful mix of three things: a super specialized team, top-tier project management skills, and a company culture that is just relentless about getting things done on time or even early. It's like they've cracked the code on execution, something so many others in this space just can't seem to figure out.
And for anyone who's not deep in the construction world, let me just explain why this is such a big deal. What EPACK does, prefabricated construction, is a total game changer compared to old-school methods. I mean, imagine being able to build something that's not only cheaper, but you can get it done in like half the time. Plus, it's way more flexible. For all these new, fast-moving industries, it's an absolute no-brainer.
Of course, all this success creates a new problem, right? A good problem to have, but still a problem. Their existing plants are running at almost 90% capacity. They are basically maxed out, so they can't just sit back. They're taking that money from their IPO and putting it right back to work to fuel the next wave of growth.
And here's the game plan. They've got two major projects in the works. One is a brownfield expansion. That means upgrading an existing site for steel fabrication. The other is a brand new greenfield facility for insulated panels. Now get this. Together, these projects are set to unlock over 550 crores in new revenue. That is a huge injection into their top line, and it's coming online in the next year or so.
Okay, where is all this business even coming from? Well, this isn't just about EPACK being good at what they do. They are riding a massive wave, a tidal wave really, of industrial modernization and huge technological shifts.
And to really get a sense of how big this could get, you have to understand we are at the very, very beginning of this story. Right now, prefab construction is only, 3 to 5% of the entire building market. That is tiny. It means there's this huge, long runway for growth as it starts to take share away from the old, slow, traditional methods. And EPACK, they're positioned right at the front of this whole shift.
So who's buying all this stuff? Well, it's pretty much all the industries of the future. You've got the renewables sector, you've got semiconductors, fast-moving consumer goods, modern warehousing, auto, all these new-age sectors. They have one thing in common.
They need to build, and they need to build fast to grab their market opportunity. They can't wait around, and that's why EPACK is becoming their go-to partner.
And listen, EPACK isn't just happy to ride this wave, they want to own it. They have a really clear, really aggressive goal. They want to almost double their market share, go from about 5.5% today to over 10%. That's a super ambitious target, and it tells you a lot about how confident they are.
Okay, let's bring this all together. We've gone through the numbers, we've heard what management is saying, so what's the bottom line? What are the key things you should really take away from all this?
To sum it all up, the story here is pretty compelling. You've got that robust financial growth we talked about, you've got a competitive advantage that's all about speed, you've got a clear and, importantly, a funded roadmap for expansion, and they're doing all this in a huge market with some serious tailwinds behind it. They're really in the right place at the right time.
So in the end, it comes down to this. EPACK has proven without a doubt that it can build projects fast. Really fast. But the bigger question, the one everyone's going to be watching, is just how fast and how big can the company itself grow? Because they're not just building buildings, they're trying to disrupt one of the oldest and largest industries on the planet.